solid point on Saturday. Would you say it was a point gained against a strong Walsall team?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's. I think it will definitely be a point gained come the end of the season. It was a tough place to go. And it was a tough place to go last year, and they're a good side. So yeah, I definitely think it's a point gained.
I mean, and that makes us 4 unbeaten in the league now. So that must be a good basis to really kick on and turn some of these draws into wins as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think we were a little bit disappointed not to collect all 3 points at Southend. Although, it's easy to say that now, and we obviously scored so late on. But I think going into that game, I think we felt that we wanted to go there and win. But yeah, as you say, 4 unbeaten is still pretty good. So yeah, hopefully we can continue the form and hopefully turn these draws into wins, and hopefully that starts tomorrow.
And Crawley Town beat Morecambe 4-0 on Saturday, who were top of the league. So, they come into the game, I think, on the back of 3 wins now as well. So they're going to prove strong opposition, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's an old cliche that the next game is always your hardest, and that this is exactly the same. They were, as you said, are in pretty good form, and scoring a lot of goals, and are quite free flowing. So we've got to look to try and beat them at home, and just try and do the things that we're good at, and get the ball rolling again.
And what are you expecting them to bring to St James Park tomorrow?
I think we all know what type of team they are, and we just need to try and focus on ourselves and try and keep them at bay for as long as we can. And I think our quality will, fingers crossed, show through.
You look back at the last few games at St James Park against them, and our record hasn't been the best. A couple of draws and a couple of defeats. Is that anything that comes into your mind as players, or do you solely focus on the next game?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to say. I think this year is just so crazy. I don't think we can really look at that too much. I think that's the same with every game now. I kind of think the history kind of is irrelevant. So no, it's not something that we've really looked at. But as you've mentioned, it'll give us something to attack and head towards for tomorrow night.
And you'll come up against one of your former teammates potentially, and Tom Nichols as well, who'll make a return to St James Park.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Tom. Obviously, we're glad to see him. Sign there, and he's a good player and a good lad. So it'd be nice to catch up with him tomorrow.
I mean, personally, you've had a pretty good run in the team now. Are you happy with how things are going?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty pleased with the way that the season started. I feel like I'm improving all the time, and really just trying to stake a claim and stay in the team, and not let the manager have any excuses to bring me out. So I've been pretty pleased with how I've been going, and just the team is obviously the most important thing. But it's nice to be able to contribute week in, week out, as I feel like I have been so far. So long may that continue. But there's obviously an awful lot of games coming up in such a short space of time. So, there will be changes, and I don't think you can look at them too much, other than the fact there's going to be a lot of games in such a short period of time.
And I think it's 3 goals already for you now this season as well. I mean, do you set yourself any targets, or is it just see how it goes and tot them up?
I'd like to get 10 this year if I could. Touch wood, stay injury free, and continue playing. I'd like to get 10, and I just want to make as many appearances as I can. I think I'm almost coming up to my 100th game for the Grecian, so it'd be nice to be able to step over that line at some point this season, and chip in with some goals again this season, and as I say, help the team out as much as I can.
Absolutely. I'll just noting that down as well, so I don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget.
And you mentioned it just now, but very busy period coming up, 4 games in 11 days. I mean, it's going to be very much a squad game over the next couple of weeks, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we've we had a couple of injuries at the start. Obviously, Jake Caprice coming in, he picked up a slight knock, and Nicky Law also had a bit of injury and a bit of illness as well. So those guys are back now in contention, and the squad is in a good place at the moment. So we're going to need everyone. As you've seen, some players that didn't play so much last year have played quite a lot this year. So everyone's ready to go and give it everything we can over the next, as you say, 4 games in 11 days. So we'll all be ready for the challenge.
And two of those players really taking their opportunities this season are Joel and Josh, aren't they? I mean, as an academy graduate yourself, how pleasing is it to see them really grasping their opportunities?
Yeah, it's really nice to see. They're both really two really nice boys, and they've come in and worked really hard and not got ahead of themselves. And they were training all. Joel was obviously very much involved with the first team last year. Josh, not so much, but Josh has come in and as you say, really staked his claim, and he's doing really well. And it's always nice to see, especially as I say, two nice grounded lads doing really well. So long may that continue for both of those.
Absolutely. And just finally as well, I mean, I know this has been mentioned a lot, but we're 6 or 7 games into the season. I mean, how are you finding playing without fans?
Yeah, it's not great. It's really difficult because it's just not the same. It's hard for us, but I know it's also hard for the fans that really want to be here. And cheer us on at St James Park. It's something that we're all missing, and it's not the same at all. So hopefully, obviously, the main thing is everyone stays safe and well, and just everyone gets through this tough time, and we just really look forward to welcoming the fans back. Fingers crossed when they can.
Hopefully, they can be back soon, helping you celebrate your 10th goal of the season as well.
I hope so. Yeah, that would be good.